Right, here we are. Mary and I are going to have a bit of a comparison. I'm going to use the more straightforward version of the kit, and this is a product where there are essentially dyes and from a crime scene mock-up. I think this is the way it works, isn't it, Mary? Yeah. So I'm just going to pipette my samples into the gels that we have prepared, and Mary's going to do the more sophisticated one where we're going to look at the DNA. So if you just bear with me carrying on trying to do my bit, and Mary can explain rather more detail and precision about what's going on the perhaps the more sophisticated version of the operation.
Okay. So these are our DNA samples that came from the PCR machine, and as you can see, the volume is very small, and they're also the liquid is actually not very dense. So before we start pipetting DNA samples into the wells, we need to add loading dye. And there are various types of loading dye, but loading dyes have got a couple of functions. One function is that when you add them to your sample, it's much easier to see your sample. Another function is that the loading dye is very heavy, very viscous, and it allows the sample to sink into the well. And the third function is that the dyes within the loading dye move with the electricity in the electrophoresis, so you can see that your sample is actually leaving the well. However, you won't be able to see DNA in the gel itself. You will just be seeing the loading dye moving with the electricity. To see the DNA, you need to stain it later on. So I'm just going to load these samples here that have had loading dye added to them, and then we'll run both of these gels in the electrophoresis
tank. The same tank, we can just run them side by side, can't we? Yes, okay.